Yo, good people. It's your homie HerbMan busting you back upside the head with another hot banger. But please go tell somebody to go tell somebody your homie HerbMan is on. Yes, sir. And if you're new to the program, welcome. Please follow, like, share, and subscribe on all the platforms at Love HerbMan. All right. So I am your neighborhood holistic practitioner. I'm your homie HerbMan. What we do here is simply teach people how to heal themselves, and you cannot heal yourself unless you know thyself. Okay, so we're going to teach you here about the human frame and the human design so that you guys can be well on your way to the happiness, wholeness, and the wellness that we all deserve. All right, so this is a free information station. You guys don't have to pay for anything that you hear here today. All you simply got to do is pay attention. And how we do that on the HerbMan Show is by tapping that screen and getting us up to 100,000 likes during the live broadcast. Trust me, I'm gonna work for the likes. All you got to do is share, follow, and subscribe to everything that we're doing here in an attempt to try to make you whole again. All right, one again. So a lot of people have been asking me a lot of questions about health and wealth and relationships and social dynamics and economics and all this type of stuff, and it's all boiled down to how healthy your consciousness is, how healthy your mind is. Okay, if you got a healthy mind, you can start to rehabilitate yourself in your health. If you have a healthy mind, you can start to rehabilitate yourself in your finances. If you got a healthy mind, you can start to rehabilitate yourself when it comes to your social dynamics. It doesn't really matter. As long as you're healthy here, you can start to manifest the life that you're looking for. Okay. So once we get to 1,000 likes, we'll get into the subject matter at hand. You guys, look, I've been teaching you guys about the owner's manual until my face turned blue. Okay. So if you're interested in your owner's manual, which is the best health assessment on the planet, DM us or go to the website, type in owner's manual. Okay. If you're wanting your owner's manual with the herbs, then it's going to be the blueprint on the website. But this is everything right here. This little diagram is every single thing about you. Okay. Every single thing about you is right here in this diagram. Nothing is left out. Every single thing about you is right here in this diagram. There's nothing left out. Okay. And today we're going to talk about Universology, right? So, we talk about the university, we talk about the universe, but all of that stuff is about the study of how you belong and where you belong in your positioning here in the universe. Okay. So once we get there, we'll go ahead and do it. You guys keep tapping out, keep talking. And we're going to make sure you guys understand this. I'm going to put this up here, Universology. Okay, matter of fact, we're going to say the universe and university. Both of these equal Universology. Okay, so when you're thinking about coming to the HerbMan school, when you're really trying to learn this as a herbalist, as a caretaker of your own family, this is what it's going to be. Because look, it's not going to be a class, it's not going to be a lecture, but it's going to be a remembering, right? A remembrance type of course. Because what we are attempting to try to get you to understand is your positioning in nature, your positioning, your belonging, where you're at. Okay, your coordinates in nature is very important. Okay, because at the end of the day, what we're about to talk about, you guys, y'all already know it. You already know it. You just haven't been taught how to see it clearly. So today we want to be able to allow this thing to come to fruition in clarity in your mind and in your brain. You said, well, what HerbMan presenting that some of the other people aren't presenting? Because I want you to understand that when we say you can heal yourself, when we say that you can do this rejuvenation, this reincarnation, or whatever it is, it's really all down to you and how you're perceiving things. Okay, so again, you already know about this, but you haven't been taught how to see it clearly, and hopefully we can allow you to help you today with all this information. Okay, because the real question is, what if I told you this, right? What if I told you that everything you've been trying to learn about health, purpose, healing, energy, alignment, What if it's already been written and you just don't have the blueprint? You don't have the book. You don't have the manual on your own life. That's what the owner's manual was all about. If you guys are interested in the owner's manual, please DM us and we'll get you that information. But what if I told you that it's already been written? You've already written in the book of life. And all of your little ignorance about your health and about your purpose, your ignorance about your healing and energy and alignment, you just got to figure out what that is for you. And we can help you do that nowadays. And this is not in a book. This is not in a system, but it's in your body. It's been written in your body. It's been written in nature. It's been written in the universe itself. Things about you. Oh, little old me been written in the universe? Yes. Yes, you are written in the universe. Do you have a blueprint on how your life is supposed to go? You don't know it. That's why they left on the Greek walls, know thyself. You don't know your story. And so you're fumbling around this life experience without knowing. That makes the life experience way more harder. And you can perceive this as hellacious, right? It's hellacious when you don't know. It's heavenly when you do. Somebody says that it's hellacious when you don't know, but it's heavenly when you do. So today we're going to study Universology, okay? And this is the science of understanding the universe through you, not through science, not through somebody else's eyes, not through somebody else's life, not through somebody else's book, but you understand the universe through you, okay? And that's what we're going to get for you to understand. And the number one thing is the lie of fragmentation, okay? The lie of fragmentation, that's the problem. So we want to start with the problem first. You've been taught in pieces. Biology is going to send you somewhere. Spirituality is going to send you another place. Astrology is all about woo, 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 woo. Okay. Herbs is called alternative, and your emotions are personal. And so you just fragmented, you're broken down into pieces. And this is where you can't find your way. They keep you lost like this for a purpose. Okay. But nature in its essence doesn't work like that. It never has, it never will be the way that nature actually works. It doesn't fragment you. Nature is all about integration, while man is all about fragmentation. Okay. Nature is all about integration, while man is all about fragmentation. Your body is integrated in the universe. The universe is integrated in the body. So what happens is when you're taught in pieces, you become confused, you become codependent, you become disconnected from the true you and from what you really should be going toward and going after. So I want you guys to say something for me. I want you guys to say something. When I came into this paradigm, I was never broken. I was taught and programmed fragmentation. When I came into this paradigm, I didn't never come into it broken, but I was programmed fragmentation. You were programmed fragmentation, but you are the mini universe. Okay. You are the mini universe. And look, you're not just in the universe, you are the universe. You mirror the universe. So it's very easy for us that when we know the universe, when we know nature, then we can know how to heal, how to have purpose, how to have alignment, how to have the energy, how to have the wealth that we're looking for when we know where that's at in the universe. So again, I'm like a flashlight. The owner's manual is like a flashlight onto the inward you, but also it's all about putting you in position. Somebody say position. Type position in it. You guys keep tapping. I'm gonna keep talking. Let's get us up to 100,000 likes on the live broadcast. All right. This is very, very unique information. Okay. Position. That's what you want to know. Position. How do I position myself for wealth? How do I position myself for my wife, for my husband? How do I position myself for healing? How do I position myself? You want to know position. Your nervous system is the fire element in you. Your breath is the rhythm. It's the air in you. Your fluids is the flow, the water in you. Your structure is the minerals and the earth in you. And you can't never, ever get away from those things. So we're able to map you based on those things. And this is not metaphorically speaking, this is about structure. This is literally how your frame, your human design really is. And when your fire is off, yeah, you're going to get some inflammation. Yeah, you'll get some burnout. Yeah, you'll get some anxiety. How many people are dealing with that? Anxiety, inflammation, and burnout. Put some ones in the chat if you're dealing with burnout, anxiety, or if you're dealing with inflammation. Anybody, put some ones in the chat if you're dealing with anxiety, inflammation, or burnout. Okay, I got some people saying that, right? That means that your fire is off. Your fire is off balance. Okay, your fire is off balance. That's what that means. How many people are dealing with emotional stability, stagnation, swelling in the body? Put some twos in the chat. If you're dealing with emotional instability, stagnation, and swelling in your body, put twos in the chat. Okay, Lana, that means that your water is off, right? Your water is off. And then you know if somebody come to your house and turn the water off, you got a problem. Okay? Your water is off, right? Now, number 3, how many people are dealing with poor communication? How many people are dealing with breathing problems? How many people are dealing with disconnection from other people? Put some 3s in the chat. If you're dealing with poor communication, if you're dealing with respiratory issues, if you're dealing with disconnection, put 3s in the chat. Okay, that's your air being off, right? Somebody done came and cut off your air conditioning, right? So that's your air being off. You see that? Right? Now, how many people are dealing with digestive issues? How many people are dealing with structural weaknesses, bones and tissues that are not working properly? How many people are dealing with instability? Put some 3s in the chat. If you're dealing with digestive issues, 4s in the chat, I'm sorry. If you're dealing with digestive issues, structural weaknesses, your bone issues, if you're dealing with instability, put 4s in the chat, right? That's your earth. Somebody done came in and cut your earth off. Okay? Very simple. Okay? Very simple. And your body is not a random thing. It's not just doing this by randomness, okay? Your body is not random. Your symptoms are messages. And these messages are coming from the universe. So when you get to the university, when you come to the HerbMan school, we're teaching you how to see yourself as God has created you, as nature has created you. So therefore, you can see your positioning in this life. You know what the chair do. You know what a car do. You know what a light do. You know what the house do. You know what a car do. You know what the job do. But do you know what you do? That's the real question. Do you know what you do? Okay. Do you know what you're meant for? You know, a chair is meant to sit down in. You know, a car is meant to drive. You know, a house is meant to live in. But do you know what you're meant to do? Do you know what you are meant to do? Do you know what you are meant to do? And anytime I keep trying to tell you guys, diseases will tell on you. So diseases are nothing more than messages of misalignment. Somebody put that in the chat. Messages of misalignment. Okay, diseases are messages of misalignment. And they're not punishment. I keep trying to tell you guys, they're not punishment from the universe. It's not bad luck. It's just a feedback. It's just messages that, hey, whatever you're doing, you're out of alignment in your life. Yeah, diseases are messages of misalignment. And when you break the law, you're going to get a consequence. Okay? When you break the law, you're going to get a consequence. And you said, well, break the law. I ain't talking about breaking the law of man. You break the law against yourself. You break the law of nature within you. Because you don't supposed to be doing these things because you don't know your position. You don't supposed to be where you're at. You're supposed to be over here. You don't supposed to be trying to do what you're trying to do. You're supposed to be trying to do this, but you don't know. And the owner's manual is the only health assessment on the planet that starts to realign you and get you to understand what you should be focusing on. And when you start doing everything outside of what nature has you focusing on, you're going to get divine delay. You will run into some obstacles and some stumbling blocks. Okay? It's just the bottom line. That's what you do. So if you're dealing with burnout, that's a violation of rhythm. If you're dealing with hormonal imbalance, that's miscommunication. If you're dealing with digestive issues, that's instability. If you're dealing with anxiety, that's dysregulation. And you must understand that, dang, this stuff is telling me something. I just got to be able to know how to decode it. And even further than being able to decode it is understanding your position. And you can't get positioning from nowhere else other than here at the HerbMan School, other than here with your owner's manual. We're the first people teaching this stuff. Will I be the last one? No. But am I the first? Yes. Teaching you how to understand this from a health perspective instead of just understanding it from, am I going to get love in my life and some money? We don't care nothing about that, because if you're not healthy consciously, I can make you win the lottery tomorrow and you still are going to dwindle the funds. I can make you meet the right person for you at that function that you're going to, and you'll still fumble that relationship. So the question should not be no longer, what disease do I have? The question should become, what law am I out of alignment with? Okay, that's the real major question. What law am I alignment with? And the thing about it is that that question will change everything about you. It will change everything. It will change how you think about the stuff. And so what we're trying to do is get you to return back. Somebody say Sankofa, right? Sankofa is to return back, okay? Sankofa, okay? Even religion means to relink, okay? Religion means to relink, okay? Sankofa means to turn back. Religion means to relink, right? Relink, the return. The prodigal son, you got to come back home. How many people are willing to come back home? Before we even go any further, before we even do any more understanding of this information, you got to be willing to return back to your original design. You got to be willing to return back to nature. Put some ones in the chat if you're really willing to return. Because some of y'all are so far away that you just like, fuck it, I'm going to keep on going my way. I'm going to keep on doing my thing. I'm going to keep on going the way I was taught. I'm going to keep on going the way my mama them told me. I'm going to keep on going the way daddy them told. I'm going to keep on going the way church told me. I'm going to keep on. But none of you guys are really, you got to be willing to say, you know what, I'm lost. I'm lost and I want to go back home. If you're lost, put lost in the chat. If you're lost and you realize it based on the information and you're trying to get back home, put lost in the chat. It's okay. Thank you, Freebird. It's okay. It's okay. Living experience, thank you. Lana, thank you. Jess said, yes, I want to take accountability. Nora said, I'm lost. Okay, it's okay. It's okay. Ricky Rodriguez said, I'm lost. It's okay. Pretty Ricky. It's okay. Because the thing about it is that Disease will tell on you. It'll let you know. Monica Modi said lost, yes. And we're attempting to find the way back. We want to return. Now you put in the chat, I want to return. I want to return home. So when you're coming to the HerbMan school or when you're looking at your owner's manual, all that stuff is about, you guys. It's nothing difficult. I know you read it and you be like, oh, all this information. It's just it's just to let you know what your coordinates are and asking you, are you willing to return back to your original design? Because if not, then high blood pressure is in your future. If not, then the traffic of high blood sugar. If not, then the pitfalls of cancer. If not, then the wrong turns of sexual transmitted diseases are in your future. Because that's what happens when you continue to keep going beyond the Garden of Eden. You got to be able to get your GPS back home. The owner's manual for that little funky measly $50 is your GPS back home. Okay. And the return ain't about fighting against yourself. Healing is about returning. The return is not about fighting, it's about returning. Healing is about returning home. Okay. So I don't want you to look bad upon yourself. Oh, you know, I'm lost out here. It's okay. Many of us are lost. When they did the 40 years in the wilderness, they were lost. And that 40 years of wilderness, in essence, is nothing but 40 years of dark ages. They had information. People were talking. People were sharing information, but it didn't make sense. It still didn't work. It still couldn't correct the morality or couldn't correct the situations going on within. So although you may look at it as 40 years of wilderness from a biblical standpoint, it could be 40 years of wilderness of the dark ages, to where even though you got a lot of information, you still are not getting the rectification in your life. So you want to return back to what? Rhythm. If you lazy, then just keep on going your way. But if you're willing to commit to returning back home, I know you don't went all the way. You know how sometimes we go so far, we like, man, I ain't finna turn back around. I know it exudes a lot of energy. It also is a very subdued thing to know that you went the wrong way. But you're returning back to rhythm. You're returning back to the right breath. You're returning back to the right light. You're returning back to the right water. You're returning back to the natural compounds. All of this is in your owner's manual. All of this is in your blueprint. And when we talk to you about your natal blends and the panacea blend, this is where your system comes in at. Not random herbs, not just throwing no herbs out there. Hey, if you got this, you need to take this, and if you got that, you need to take that. We're not throwing random herbs out to nobody no more. I used to do that. I used to throw random herbs out to you. I had 200 herbs. I just throw them out. I knew what they would do, but they didn't come with a system. They were good for systems, but they didn't come with a system. So these are not random herbs being thrown out to you. They are aligned intervention for your issues. And a lot of herbalists, a lot of naturopathics don't have that. I just talked to a young lady today. She's dealing with a lot of issues. And she said, well, I'm finna go and deal with the homeopaths. You're dealing with too many people while you still are lost. And she may be watching right now. I'm going to tell you to your face. The reason why you ain't being healed is because you're dealing with too many people. You're still lost. You're looking for rapid. You're looking for something rapid when it doesn't take that. You've been dealing with diseases for long. You got to deal with the healing for the same time. Now I'm going to tell you to your face if you're watching. You done sat here and messed up your body for 20, 30, 40 years, and then you want to just come to something that you think, and then that's what y'all do. Y'all deal with me, you deal with the massage therapist, you deal with the naturopathic, you deal with the homeopathic. You still are lost and confused. And I ain't telling you just to deal with me. I'm telling you just to deal with somebody. somebody you trust, deal with that person. Leave me alone. Okay? Leave me alone. Because it takes you to be able to understand you have to put the time in. It took time to mess you up. It's going to take time to clean you up. And time is the secret. And this is the thing that they never taught you guys. They never taught you about why time is the secret, why timing is everything. Okay? And I keep teaching you guys that there are two types of time, right? We told you guys that there is chrono. How many people know the two types of time? I'm going to write them up here, but how many people know the two types of time? You can put them in there. Put them in the chat if you know the two types of time. Okay? This is the two types of time. Chronos is clock time. But you're not biologically inept or you're not biologically synchronized to clock time. You are biologically, by nature, synchronized to kairos. Biological and divine timing is kairos. So your biological clock is not on the clock on the wall. So you, with 45, I'm supposed to have my menopause. At 50, I'm supposed to be having my menopause. Your body ain't on the clock time. Your body is on kairos time, divine timing. Okay? So you can't just think that you're going to heal just because you're doing the right thing. And that's what's going on with that young lady I'm teaching you about. And I know she's watching. If she ain't, she will be in a minute. But I had to talk to you to let you know you're doing too much. You just can't be. You just got to keep doing. Because you're looking for a rapid response. And you don't heal just by doing the right thing. I'm eating right. I hug a tree. I walk in nature. I sit outside every day, HerbMan. You don't heal just by doing the right thing. You heal by doing the right thing at the right time. Oh, Lord, somebody please tap the screen? I told you that there's going to be times in this particular life where you got to learn about health. You got to learn about yourself. You got to learn about, when I put this like this, let me erase this. Let me show y'all something. I'm going to erase this real quick. Let me show you something. Because y'all still don't get this about life lessons. So let me show you something real quick. I'm going to go ahead and we'll redo it over. We'll redo it over. You guys keep tapping. I'll keep talking. I don't know why I like this little plant diagram, but for some reason, I just got to keep putting it up there. You guys keep tapping. I'll keep talking. These letters, ATG, CLV, LSS, CAP, they are lessons. And a lot of times when you get into Virgo, it could be a health lesson. Okay? So you can't just heal by doing the right thing. You heal by doing the right thing at the right time. You can't just, you found a spouse up in here, but Libra is where the spouse is at. So you it might work, it may not. You might have found the right. Thank you guys for the. Have anybody ever said I found the right person but the wrong time? Put some ones in the chat if you've ever felt like I found the right person but at the wrong time in my life. Put some ones in the chat if you ever felt like that or ever thought that. You know what? Back in the day, I found the right person, girl, but it was just at the wrong time. That's what this thing is all about. It's all about positioning. Positioning is timing. Okay. Positioning is timing, right? You don't know your positioning. Positioning equals timing. Period. Point blank, bottom line. Positioning is the timing. You ever felt like, man, I had the right job, but boy, I was too young. Boy, I fumbled that job. I remember when I first came from the military, I could have worked at the post office. Right, but you know, I'm 21. I don't went out there and got the little delivery, you know, the postman job, the actual truck driving job, right? But it was the wrong timing. Right career, good career, wrong timing in my life. You don't heal just by doing the right things. You don't get to heaven just by doing the right things. You heal by doing the right things at the right time. That's why your system uses these types of understandings. That's why this is the best health assessment on the planet. Get your owner's manual if you haven't got it yet, and especially get it for your children. But this is why your system uses seasons. It uses deacons. It uses transitions. That's what we use. Seasons, this is spring. This is summer. This is fall. This is winter. Your body uses the same things as nature. Then we tell you about the deacons, so we get a little bit more specific as to where you're at in your journey. Then we use transitions, right? So this is a transition. You say, well, what's a transition, HerbMan? When you transition from spring to summer. Well, what's a transition, HerbMan? When you transition from winter to spring. What's a transition, HerbMan? When you transition from summer to fall, from fall to winter. These are transitions. Your body knows this, but you don't. Life is going to move in a cyclical understanding. So therefore, I put this up here like that, right? I don't really want to mess this up, but I put that little circle up there like that. I don't really want to draw too much up here for you to understand that you're going into a spiral type of understanding. Life moves in cycles, not straight lines. You're not linear, you're cyclical. So what we want to try to introduce to you guys when we're looking at Universology is the study of how you are embedded in the universe. So that we can throw away the fragmentation, we can throw away the confusion. And there's no more waiting for someone to tell you what's wrong. You'll know yourself. And you can now start to understand when you get into the HerbMan school or when you get your owner's manual, when you get your blueprint, you can start to understand how the universe is structured, how your body reflects that structure, how your symptoms are messages, how healing comes when you are aligned. I want you guys to say something with me. I'm not separate from the universe. Say that, please. I'm not separate from the universe. Put it in the chat. I'm not separate from the universe. Thank you, Sheila. I'm not separate from the universe. Thank you. Thank you. I'm not separate from the universe. You're not separated from the universe. You are a participant in it. You are a participant in it. You're not separate from it. You are a participant in the universe. And now you can start to study the universe through yourself. And that's what Universology is. Now you can start to study the universe from within yourself. That's the biggest thing. Because once you start understanding cosmic law, and you start to understand the universe itself, and you start to understand that, okay, the universe got rhythm and cycles, so I got rhythm and cycles. You start to understand, okay, the universe got polarity, so okay, I got opposites within me. Remember, every Aries got Libra in them. That's the opposite. Every Taurus got Scorpio in them. That's the opposite. Every Gemini got Sagittarius in them. That's the opposite. Every Cancer got Capricorn. That's the opposite. Now, if I don't call your stuff out, I am. So every Capricorn got Cancer. Every Sagittarius got Gemini. You see, back and forth. Every Leo got Aquarius in them. Every Virgo got Pisces. Oh, okay. So I do have an opposite within me. It ain't just the Gemini who got two people in them, like y'all say. It's all of you. And it's the part that you don't know about yourself causing you the most problem. Cosmic law, the universe deals with vibration. You have vibration in you. So we teach you how to do what? Drop your shoulders, drop your jaws, drop your tongue if it's at the root of your mouth. Breathe in, hum out. That hum out, you see how long that exhalation is, longer than my inhalation? I'm getting out all that carbon dioxide, all of that carbonic acid. It's being relieved. It's helping my kidneys fight off this acidity in the body. Remember that your lungs are the first defenders of acidosis. And when it can't handle it, it calls on the metabolic part of you, which is your kidneys. You got respiratory and you got metabolic, acidosis and alkalosis. So the better you are at breathing, getting it out, getting it out. Getting out that frustration, that anger. I'm getting out that cancer. I'm getting out that disease. I'm getting out that stimulation. I'm getting it out of me. But when you're sitting there sedentary and you're sitting in the chair, you know, you're humped over like this, your boobs is on your diaphragm, then you're not necessarily able. So now you're hyperventilating right there, right? And then that hyperventilation, you're not releasing as much as you think you are. You breathing, but you ain't releasing. But cosmic law says that the universe produces vibration. So humming is that vibration. Cosmic law also says that it's a law of correspondence. This is mirroring. That's the moon, right? The moon mirrors the sun. So cosmic law is teaching me about correspondence. So I know I have a mirror image of self. Again, Aries, Libra, the mirroring. You got to know this. And this is where astrology, and this is where Kairos, this is where the seasonal mapping that we do for you guys in the owner's manual, this is where all this stuff comes in at. This is where it all comes in at. And then you got to understand your biological expression. It's also a thing because your body is going to do what? It's the mini universe. So once I get cosmic law down, which you'll learn in your HerbMan school, you guys, we have the early bird special. It will end March the 31st. The prices will double. I'm only asking for $100 a month for a year-long course, okay? So you got to pay $100 per month for a year. After that, it'll be a $2,500 course, which is reasonable because who's giving you a year-long class? Hell wrong with y'all. Get into the class now, learn this stuff, learn how to heal yourself, heal your family, heal your community. So the next one is going to be your body, this mini universe. You have to biologically express this stuff some kind of way. So we taught you a while ago that your nervous system, that's the fire element. That's the Aries in everybody. The respiratory and the communication, that's the air element. That's the Gemini in everybody. Okay? Let me write this down so y'all can get this. Okay? Let me write this down so y'all can get this. Yeah, we know where you at. That's the point of positioning, means the right timing to do things, okay? So the nervous system, that's the Aries. The respiratory system, that's the Gemini in everybody. Everybody must communicate and you must breathe, okay? Then you got your fluid system and your lymph system, right? Your reproduction system. All of this stuff is going to be the water element in you, okay? So what I like to call this is the Scorpio, if you're talking about the reproduction. So we're going to do Scorpio and Pisces. That's the fluid and reproductive. So you'll know how important your reproductive is. Okay? Then you got the structure. That's the earth element in you. That's the digestive system, okay? So we're going to combine this with Capricorn and Virgo. Structure. Digestion. Okay? This is how you're biologically expressing when you're moving through the paradigm. This is the owner's manual foundation. If you guys are interested in your owner's manual, you're interested in your blueprint, please go to the website or DM us and we'll get you this information. This is the best health assessment on the planet. Okay? Then once you okay, I learned cosmic law from HerbMan. Now I'm understanding how I biologically express it. Then what's come next is now you have to consciously experience it. This is where the mind and the spirit comes in at. Remember that this is earth, this is heaven. Heaven and earth, body and spirit, or body and mind, coming together in the centerpiece, which is love. It comes together at love. That's why marriage is such a big thing, because you marry in love. The bride and the bridegroom, they come together in love. What is the love? What is the love? The air element. Remember, you came from water to air. Same thing, water to air, earth to heaven. Same thing, but you meet in the middle. So this conscious experience, now we got the body, now we must know what the mind needs to do. So then guess what? Your thought life. Remember, the fire element represents your thought life, right? So the fire represents the mental health, thought. Okay? The air element represents what? Speech. These are your fire bender. What I keep trying to tell you guys about your model number. These are your gifts. You don't even know your gift. You over here flipping burgers when you should be doing something else. You singing when you should be doing something else. You're athletic when you should be doing something else. You're a computer programmer when you should be doing something else. You're working at the courthouse when you should be doing something else. So that's why you don't feel fulfilled no matter how successful you can be in those areas, because you're not really doing your gift, okay? All right? The water element is your feelings. You're a feeler. Do something in feeling, like therapy, counseling. Okay. If you are a earth bender, this is a writer, but this is also action, doing. You like to do stuff. Some people do it from thought, some people do it from speech, some people do it from feeling, some people do it because they got to do it themselves. That's the earth element. You got to do it yourself. And this is where your belief systems and your emotional regulation and your nervous system regulation are governed. This is your conscious experience here. How you're going to consciously experience this particular thing. Okay? You got to be able to understand this. So we looked at the cosmic law, all of this stuff you're going to learn at the HerbMan School for $1,000 for a whole year or either $100 a month based on the early bird special. After that, it'll be $2,500 a year and $200 a month. Because, man, look, this is going to take a lot of time and it's going to take a lot of teaching. But that still is affordable for this type of information. The next one is going to be, now how do you do this based on natural or nature-based interventions? Because this is the restoration part of you. Natural intervention is how you restore. It's not medication. It's not meditation. It's not sound bowl healing. It's not Reiki healing. It's not frequency healing. It's outside. Natural intervention is the way we restore through the herbs, through going outside. So the herbs that we have, what we call the panacea blends or your natal blends, that's natural intervention, help you restore. Light exposure, the sunlight, natural interventions, helping you restore. The water structure, and what we teach you guys about the right water, that's natural intervention. The breath and the humming, natural intervention. The movement and the rhythm is natural intervention. You get all of this in your owner's manual. Okay, and the biggest thing about this is how you restore. This is how you realign yourself back with the laws of not only the cosmic laws, but also the biological laws of nature within you. And everybody's different. Just because you're an air sign don't make it mean that you gonna do speech. You can be an air sign but be a fire bender. You could be a fire sign but be an air bender. You could be a water sign and be an earth bender. You could be an earth sign and be a fire bender. Everybody is specific, and the specificity comes in the birthday. Okay? The specificity, it comes in the birthday. And so now you have this Universology loop to where you can start to see and observe the patterns based on astrology and the seasons and the life stage. You have this ability to assess the body based on the symptoms and the systems and the elements. You have this ability now to decode the imbalances based on the elemental and the chakra and the rhythms. You have this ability now to apply intervention based on the herbs and your behaviors or your tendencies and the environment. All of this you get for that funky measly $50. You have the ability to now, with all of this, return back to alignment, which is called regulation. And this loop is called healing, but the loop that you're in is called disease. This loop right here brings you to healing. The loop that we're currently in is bringing us to an early death. And when you're looking at disease in Universology, you must understand that it is not, nothing happens in random. It happens from patterns. It's not random. You created a pattern for disease. So again, if you're dealing with the burnout and inflammation and anxiety and stagnation and fluid retention, y'all don't know what that means? Y'all can't get the message of your diseases? Explaining the owner's manual of the human body. Asked to join the class. I don't know who put that there. That must be AI. I don't need no AI. Okay? So the key thing that we're trying to show you is that Kairos is about your biological seasonal cosmic timing. We're trying to get you back in the moment, back in the presence of what's actually going on in your life. And again, it's going to be okay. It's okay to be wrong. It's okay to be out of time. It's okay because we're going to help you get back in it. But we don't want you to beat yourself down because you're sick. We won't want you to beat yourself down because you're broke. We don't want you to beat yourself down because you're single. We just want you to acknowledge that it all come out of the ignorance of thyself, but now is an opportunity. Now we're offering each and every person in the world an opportunity to get back into alignment. So if you're in Asia, if you're in Australia, if you're in Africa, if you're in Europe, if you're in South America, you are privy to this information. If you got an email, you can get your owner's mail. I might can't get you the herbs, but the herbs are going to be in your owner's manual. You can get them yourself. You don't got to depend on me for your herbs. You just depending on me for the blueprint. And you ain't even depending on me for the blueprint. You're depending on me to deliver it, but Mama Nature is the one that I'm talking to. This stuff is about when you heal matters more than what you're doing. It's about timing and efficiency. The reason why a lot of you guys healing is taking a long time because you're out of time. The reason why a lot of you guys are dealing with financial problems for so long because you're out of time. The reason why you're dealing with relationship problems so long because you're out of time. You're not in the right timing. Can I help you with that? You just email me Living Empowerment. If you're ready for the class and you want to make the payment plans on tuition, just email me and say, hey, I'm very, very interested in the class. I want to do the payment plans for my tuition. And that's it. And you get in for that price. After March the 31st, it's going to be $200 a month. Okay. So you just email me and say, look, I can't do the $1,000 straight up, but I can do the payment plan for my tuition, and you in. Just like that, you in. You get your welcome letter, and classes start April the 4th. Be ready. It'll be on Zoom. We're coming on just the same as this, 2 Saturday and Sundays a month, right? So every other Saturday and Sunday. We're not going to try to take up all your time. I got a family as well, so I got to spend time with my family. But Saturday and Sunday, every other weekend. So that's 2 weekends from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. I got to teach when the sun is in Gemini. So that's just me. I got to be able to do that. So it's going to be from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The classes will be recorded. So if you miss it, if you got something to do, you just come back and be like, yo, can I get the recording for my last class? That's it. You get the information. Okay. We want to make sure that this ain't one of them. This is one of them classes where we're going to make sure you pass. You got to pass. Okay. This ain't about failing. We got to get you guys to understand this information so that you can start helping your family and helping your community. Okay. All you need is a birthday. When we get finished with you, you're going to be just like me. All you need is a birthday. Mama, give me your birthday. Uncle, give me your birthday. And then you put together their herbs for them. But you got to get people to understand that if it took 40 years to get sick, it may take 20 years to heal. If it took 75 years for you to get this way, it may take 35 for you to heal. Not 35 years on herbs, but 35 years on changing your life back to where originally how you should have been living in the first place. The most effective thing is not the herbs, it's the life change. Somebody put that in the chat. The most effective thing is not the herbs, it's the life change. When you do the life change, you're going to shorten your time having to be on the herbs. But if you don't want to change your life, then the herbs become a lifetime prescription. We don't give lifetime prescriptions. That's for the allopathic community. We give lifestyle prescriptions. And that comes with herbs. That comes with nature-based interventions. That comes with emotional releases. That comes with everything. And if you do everything, then you shorten the time in which you have to do this stuff. But a lot of folks want to turn quick, even though it took years to get them into that ditch. That is not a realistic opportunity that you're giving nature or yourself. So we switch and we go here, we go there, you'll still be sick. Okay? When you look at modern systems, they are fragmented substance, fragmented subjects. But Universology, the HerbMan school, is going to bring you unified knowledge. When you look at the modern system, it's about symptomatic treatment. But when you come to Universology, when you come to the HerbMan school, it's about root alignment. When you look at modern systems of today, it's going to be what? External authority, outsourcing. But when you come to the understanding of Universology at the HerbMan school, then it's going to be internal awareness. When you go to the modern systems, they're looking at static learning. But when you come to the Universology understanding at the HerbMan school, you get living systems. When you go to the modern systems, it's all about information. But when you come to the HerbMan school and learn about Universology, it's all about transformation. Do you want information or transformation? Y'all let me know. Do you want just information or do you want transformation? Let me know. Put it in the chat. You guys keep tapping. Let's get us up to 100,000 likes on the live broadcast. Okay. I am live on YouTube and TikTok. You guys, if you miss it, go to YouTube and get your information. Do you want information or transformation? Just let me know, because it is what it is. Somebody said both, but then you still confused. Okay? Monica Modi, you still confused. I know you come on here all the time, but you still confused. You can't do both. It said man can't serve God and mammon. There has to be a choice. No, you ain't learning. You ain't learning. Choose this day, life or death. Everything is a choice. You can't have both. That's why you're so greedy and you're so consumptive, because you're trying to hoard things that you don't mean you no good. I'm trying to show you. This is your problem. Even though I don't know your problem, I know your problem based on your answers. You trying to be this downloadable type of thing, and you got so much in you that there's really no room for newness. If you want life, then choose it. You can't choose life and death. You say you want both. You want death and life. There's a scripture in the Bible that says, for you forever learning, but you never come to the acknowledgement of. Y'all go Google that. Go look that up at the Bible Gateway. Forever learning, but never coming to the acknowledgement of the thing. Don't be a forever learner, Monica Modi. Don't be a forever learner. You ain't got to be a forever learner like that. There ain't enough information in the world. That's how they tricking us. It's through information and misinformation. Yeah, but you ain't got to learn me. You ain't got to learn me. You got to learn yourself, Monica. I know you better than you know yourself. Okay? Yeah, you're just forever learning, though. You're forever learning. I want you to transform, Monica. Monica Modi. I want you to transform. You've been a student all your life. Learning. Use and apply and transform. Okay? You've already got your email, Lana. If you already registered, you've already got the curriculum. That welcome letter tells you everything. Keep learning. Coming on here trying to learn. Let somebody else have your seat. I want folks in here that want to transform, not just learn. Y'all got me up here trying to teach because you just want to be scrolling on YouTube. I want y'all to change your life, man. Because understanding this stuff is that you'll get it, that when you get the real power of what I'm putting out, then it's going to give the person the power to have what? Self-assessment, self-regulation, self-healing capacity, which means that you're no longer dependent, Monica Modi. You're no longer dependent. Now you become aware, and you become an aware participant in your own biology. Of your own biology. I don't care nothing about y'all coming on here. Y'all just want to just learn, but you ain't learning nothing because you're not changing. Okay? When you're able to now have a self-assessment, self-regulate, and self-heal, do you need anybody? Do you need anybody? When you learn how to be have a self-assessment, because you're learning how to do your owner's manual. Every student is going to learn how to do their owner's manual. So now you can self-assess, you can self-regulate with the humming and with the emotional releases we teach you. And then now you can also tap into your self-healing capacities. Who do you need? The future of medicine is no medicine at all. Is no medicine at all. And the HerbMan School and the Owner's Manual is the foundational philosophy that HerbMan Inc. is trying to bring to the world. It is the core curriculum of the HerbMan School. It is the teaching backbone of what we call the experience, healing through spirit and science. It is the framework inside of every owner's manual you'll ever receive. And I want you guys to understand that the universe is not something that you are living in. It is something that is living inside of you. It is something that you are participating in. And it happens moment by moment. And the HerbMan School and Universology is just the study of how you participate correctly, rhythmically, and consciously in your own design. Everybody get that? Everybody get that? Does everybody get that, or do you need some more information? It's the school of one. Uni means one. Versus means tuned or rolled or combined into one. University comes from the understanding of whole and community. So the universe means the whole reality. But the university means what? A place meant to study the whole. So if the universe is the total field of existence, then the universe is the study of that total field. So we want people to understand how to become one. This is your life. It don't matter if you're 68. It don't matter if you're 18. It don't matter if you're 8 months years old. This is your life right here. Have you ever saw your life on a picture before? Not in the Bible, not in the. Have you ever saw your total life on a picture before? This is it. Your total life is here. This is you. This is the infinity sign. This is the sun's ecliptic. This is the Ankh is in here. The cross is in here. Have you ever saw your life on a picture? Nobody on the planet can come into this live right now, and I wouldn't be able to know exactly where you are. There is not one person, Chinese, Iranian, they can come too. I know you're fighting them, but they still on here. Australian, Aborigine, Antarctican, Alaskan, European, Russian, South American. There's nobody exempt from this. Not one person. I can find Donald Trump if you know his birthday. I know Donald Trump a Gemini. I can find Donald Trump on this thing. There is not one individual on the planet that is exempt from this. Indian, Ayurvedic, African, that don't even know nothing about this. You still here. There's not one person on the planet that life doesn't look like this. Okay? This is your outward journey. This is your inward journey. This is stuff about self. This is stuff with others. It don't matter where you at. I can find you. Don't matter how old you are. I can find you. In life. Life lessons. Any questions? Keep tapping, you guys. Thank you for the 100K. Any questions thus far? I can find you. Your diseases will tell on you, but more than that, your birthday will get you an understanding of where you are in life. I can find you. And it ain't nothing you can do about it. I can find you, and it ain't nothing you can do about it. Okay? May 27, 1990, you're a Gemini. Right? May 27, 1990, you're a Gemini. Your starting point is your finishing point. Okay? And the fact of the matter is you missed about what, 6 days? I think Gemini starts at May 21st, so you missed about 6 days. So you did 24 days of Gemini. You didn't do the whole time. So 24 days of Gemini is 7 years and is 8 years. So you only did 8 years of Gemini. Now, born in the 1990s, shit, I don't know how you is. You what, 30, 35? I think you'll be 36 this year. So if you only did 8 years of Gemini, each one of these is 10 years. So 8, 18, 28. And so you're 7 years in the Virgo. So badass for life. 7 years in the Virgo means that you are in the third decan. So you are health conscious, which is why you're here. Virgo is health conscious, fitness conscious. If you did have problems within the last 7 years, then it's going to be digestive problems, stomach issues, appetite issues. If you did have physical issues, I'm not wishing nothing on you, but if you have had issues within the last 7 years, it's been digestively, it's been your stomach. But if you haven't, then you've just been really focused on your health for the last 7 years. You didn't know why. Why am I so health conscious right now? And I've been like this since I was 30-some years old. Because you're in Virgo. Okay? Badass for life said true. Easy. Okay? Easy. So this is where you at. Virgo. So you made it from birth to here. Now you got to understand how long more you got to go, badass, to get back here. Okay? You got to know how long you got to go. So that's positioning. So now you understand, okay, well, he just told me that I'm focused on health right now. So that's why I'm focused on health. So why would you try to find a this and a that? Now, also, if you are a female, you could be getting pregnant around this time. The motherly thing could come in. Okay, badass. I don't know if you. I figure you're a girl because you call yourself badass. But if you are thinking about pregnancy, it happens around this Virgo as well. The mothering part of you is also that part of thing. Now remember that with females, in order to have a baby, you must have good digestive system. Okay, your digestion and your stomach must be healthy to have a baby. So if you were thinking about motherhood, is happening here in the last 7 years. And if you were thinking about fitness, is happening here in the last 7 years. And if you've had any problems, it's been digestively in the last 7 years. Okay, easy. And that's just a little bit of it. That's a little bit of it. Okay, that's a little bit of it. Nah, man, we don't just do y'all just because you're asking for it. Get your owner's manual for $50. Get your owner's manual. Okay. Don't come up on here trying to think I'm gonna do all y'all stuff. Okay. I'm just trying to show you. I just like to show you. I don't just like to talk. Badass for Life said you are correct. What are we correct on, Badass for Life? Let the people know what was I correct on. The digestive problems, the motherhood that you're trying to do, or health and fitness consciousness. Let them know, because I don't know you badass, but let them know. These folks need to know, because they swear shit don't stink around here. Let them know, badass. You can take the flow. You want to come up on the chat, put me in the chat, I'll bring you up. Telling y'all, this is the best shit popping. It's the best thing popping. It is the best thing popping, man. And there's no other instrumentation out here like this. So who you gonna get it from? Okay, who you gonna get it from? She said all of them. Badass said everything. She said the digestive problem, the health, and the baby. I've been looking at in the past 7 years. How is that possible? I didn't need no wheel and give you no time and location. If you give me your time and your location, and I didn't have to have no zodiac wheel behind me and all this old bull crap y'all seeing. Y'all know y'all see these folks on social media with all this stuff. You don't need that, man. It's got to be your gift. It can't be the gift of the computer. It's got to be the gift of the person. I'm the computer. I'm the numerologist. I'm the one number crunching. The computer, it can't be that. You got to be the computer. God gave me this. Look, I've been had this. If y'all go to my YouTube page right now, I put this up in my second video. I still got it. This was 7 years ago. 7 years ago, I put this up in my video. I said, I don't know what this is about, but I know this was what I'm supposed to do. If you go to my YouTube page right now, you guys can go and search. Just go all the way to the first videos. This might be the second one. I'm in my dining room telling y'all I don't know what the hell this is, but God told me to do this right here. Still got it. See, gave me the information, not a computer. Me. Okay. So these things are life lessons. So Aries is courage to begin. If you're in Aries, that's the courage to begin. Virgo, okay, she was in Virgo, so that's about refinement, health refinement. Okay, so if you are having problems, you need to refine your health. Taurus is about stability, security. So if you're in Taurus, that's your chance. Remember, this is self-stability, self-possessions. Aries is about what? Self. The courage to begin with self-development, self-appearance, self-courage. Taurus is about self-stability. Gemini is about communication, but about self-communication, how you're communicating with yourself, how you communicate with your siblings. Cancer is about care for the family, care for the children, care for your mother, stuff like that. Your mother, not being a mother in Virgo, but your mama is in Cancer. Your daddy is in Capricorn. So Cancers are about care, self-care, but also caring to keep the family together, your family affairs. Leo is about courage, self-courage. It also can stand for affairs that you're having, right? A lot of people have affairs in Leo. You got to watch that. You got to know that. We talked about Virgo being the refinement, health refinement. Libra, it's about balance. But it's about balance with others. Partnerships, balance in your partnerships, balance in your relationships. Scorpio, it's about transformation, you changing your life with others. Mutual possessions is here. If Taurus is self-possessions, then the opposite of it is mutual possessions. Transforming your life with someone else. Sagittarius is about wisdom, new learning experiences. So if Gemini is about communicating and pushing out, then Sagittarius is about communication, but in learning. So you teaching here, you learn here. And a lot of Geminis and Sagittarius are teachers or good students. The opposite. A student is receiving, the teacher is giving. Geminis and Sagittarius are either going to be students or teachers. Hey, y'all, I'm a Gemini. Sagittarius, what am I doing? I had to be a good student first. Now I've evolved into a good teacher. My mom is a Gemini and was a teacher. Thank you. Because the teacher in her, that's it. The Gemini and the Sagittarius. That's what I'm just trying to teach y'all. That's it. We're just going through them. Okay, who's next? The Capricorn. We already talked about Capricorn, right? But this is mastery, the legacy, the career, the mastery of something. Getting it down pat, ready to go ahead and, okay, now I got this down pat. I'm ready to get up out of here and call it a day, right? Mastery. So one of them is care while the other one is mastery. One of them is care for family while the other one cares for the public image, cares for the career. So you'll find that in a Capricorn Cancer or in a Cancer Capricorn, meaning that anybody that's a Capricorn got this in them Cancer-wise, anybody that's a Cancer got this in them Capricorn-wise. You love to be a fixture of the family and a fixture of the community, of your career. That's a Cancer or that's a Capricorn. Next is an Aquarius. This is the innovator. How many people know Aquariuses that are always trying to do something new? They innovation, they got ideas. So the Leo is about what they love personally, and then the Aquarius is about what they love socially. They like to do stuff for others. Aquarius is like to innovate and get ideas for other folk. They can help you. But a Leo, they have to do stuff they love for themselves. So the Aquarius have what they want to do for themselves and what they want to do for others. The Leo has what they want to do for self, and then also a part of them want to do stuff for other people. It's the duality that needs to become one. Last but not least is the Pisces. This is the spiritual one, the surrender one. They love to surrender, right? They surrender to that intuitive power. So you got the Virgo, who's all about refining the body, who's all about refining themselves. And then you got the Pisces, who's all about refining the spirit. Refining the spirit. honing in on that spiritual intuition, while the Virgo is honing in on what they can do physically with their gifts and powers. Yes, Leo, that's me. Yeah. Why are you on point about Capricorn? Oh, I know. My whole family is Capricorns. My dad and my friends, my wife. I know a lot about Capricorns. Okay, so this ain't rocket science. This is real science. You are here. Now the thing is, do you know what lessons you're in? Do you know what you're supposed to be doing? Get your owner's manual. Some of you guys are dealing with sickness because you just are lost and confused. You don't know where you at. Some of you guys are only dealing with poverty because you just don't know where you are. Some of you guys are dealing with singleness and social you got this social thing going on with you because you just don't know. You're out of position, you're out of timing. That's all it is, my brothers and sisters. You're out of timing, and some of you guys are not going to heal until you understand the right timing that it takes to heal. Remember that you just can't heal by doing the right things. You got to heal by doing the right things at the right time. Some of y'all are doing the right things financially, but you're just not at that time yet. You're not in your Taurian phase. You may not be in your Scorpio phase. It's okay. Get there. When you get there, you'll get there. Everybody got a time, but some of us are dying out of season. So that means that you never even live long enough to get to that proper time. You give up because divine delay got you thinking that means that you're going to get denied. But divine delay is not denial. It just takes time. Okay? It just takes time. Love your insight, brother, and the teachings. Thank you very much, Joshua. Love you too, man. Appreciate you. We trying. I've been paralyzed from cardiac syndrome. That's a doctor's thing. I ain't studying no doctor diagnosis. Never knew it meant horsetail, and I'm a Sagittarius. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Yeah, Sagittarius is always going to have problems with the hips, the joints, movement. Okay, Sagittarius is about movement. So your joints, your hips, anything around this little area, your pelvic area, your joints, your hip movements, that's movement. So Sagittarius tends to have some problems in that area. Also, Sagittarius means the eyes. So you'll see a lot of Geminis and a lot of Sagittarius that wear glasses. Okay, be farsighted, nearsighted, etc., etc. So all this stuff means something, Josh. Okay, it all means something. Okay, it all means something. All right. Leos and Aquariuses. Leos and Aquariuses is all about circulation. Leo is about upper circulation. Aquarius is about lower circulation. You find a lot of Aquariuses that have a lot of ankle injuries and a lot of ankle this and that. They sprained their ankle. They broke their ankle. Okay, and stuff like that. Lower circulatory issues. You got a lot of Leos that's having a lot of heart issues and circulatory issues and cardiovascular issues. Okay, and all that type of stuff. You'll find that Aquariuses and Leos also, they look alike. They got big hair. Okay, Leos wear big hair, but Aquariuses wear big hair as well. Okay, Jim Bob, you're an Aquarius. Okay, welcome. What about Scorpio and Pisces? What about them? What's your question about them? Wow, that's me, an Aquarius. Yeah, Calendra with the big hair. Oh, you talking about with your ankles and yeah. Watch your circulation upper and lower. Leo is upper, Aquarius is lower. So if you're a Leo, then you got to watch out for your upper and lower circulation. If you're an Aquarius, you got to watch out for your upper and lower stuff as well. Okay. We also know the side of the body that stuff can come on. All this information is in your owner's manual. So we could tell you the upper left, the upper right, the lower left, the lower right. We know exactly how to pinpoint that as well. Okay. It's all in your owner's manual, or you can go to the HerbMan school to learn this stuff. Okay. We got about I want to say we got about 20 people in the class. We need more. I really wanted to get at least 100 to 200 people in the class. Hey, look, it may or may not happen. The 20 people that I got, I know that they're ready, they're interested, and they want to learn. So we're going to make them be able to do this. You're going to see them in the next year on their TikTok doing the same thing. Thought you was naming what Scorpio and Pisces have to watch for. I mean, Scorpio got to watch out for the reproductive area, right? You're reproductive, you got to watch out for your reproductive area. Pisces have to watch out for the lymphatic system, and Pisces got to watch out for the nerves, especially in the feet. Okay, Pisces feet, you want to watch your feet. Scorpios, watch your feet, but watch your nerves as well, and watch your lymphatic system. Scorpios need to watch their reproductive system. Okay, that's going to be the main thing for Scorpio. So now you're looking at reproductive system, you're looking at lymphatic system, you're looking at places like your genitals, and you're looking at places like your feet. Okay, so some Scorpios have feet problems, some Pisces have reproductive problems, and vice versa. Okay, Scorpios dealing with the hormones. Okay, a lot of Scorpios dealing with the sexuality too, sexual desire. Okay, Pisces, you got to watch out for your reflexes, your coordination. Okay, all of that. I'm joining the class. I was looking. Yeah, you go to the website, type in HerbMan School. You pay your $1,000. Okay. If you need payment plan, you got to email me. I'm joining the class. I was looking to pay this weekend. Okay, you better get in before the 28th. I mean the 31st of March. Otherwise, it's going to double on you. Okay. I'm not afraid to teach you guys this because I can't do this alone. You know what I mean? This right here, I can't do this alone. First of all, as y'all can see, it's a lot of information. So we just need more people. I have a line outside the world out here trying to get everybody in. So I'm a Taurus, but I feel like I have more Scorpio problems. Yeah, the part of you that you don't know about, the part of you that you don't know about would always cause the problem. So if you look at it like you're a Taurus, but you having Scorpio problems, so you good with self, but you bad with others. See, self, others. You good with what you need to do outwardly, but you may be having some inward problems, some spiritual issues. Okay, physically you may be doing pretty good, but spiritually dealing with other folk may be an issue. That's why I got this up here like that. A duality, remember that polarity therapy. The opposites need to be able to operate as one. We're teaching you guys that stuff. Got you, class start before my mama B-Day. Make sure you rest in peace. Oh, yeah, man, I'm sorry to hear that. Yes, rest in peace, mom. Rest in peace. Definitely. What if I'm a Libra, but my other sign is a Leo? There's no way, the devil. There's no way in the devil in hell. There's no way. If you're a Libra, then the other part of you, if you're a Libra down here, then what's the other part of them? Somebody help this person out. Help the devil out. If you're a Libra, then the other part of you is an Aries. Thank you, Manissa. Thank you for helping them out. Okay. Yes, there you go. See how my students are helping you? They're helping you. If you're a Libra, the other part of you is an Aries. So we know that you're very affectionate. The devil. I don't even know why you call yourself the devil, because you're very affectionate. I don't know what devil is affectionate. So you're very affectionate, but you're also very independent. Okay, so you make them work together. You make them work together. Yeah, I can read your jive ass like glass. If you tell me your sign, your birthday, your disease, we know what you're doing. That's the thing about what I do. And we don't need that little astrology thing. You see, I don't need all this stuff. Okay, because I'm supposed to do this. This is my gift. You don't need all that crap. You don't need all that crap. But what we're trying to do is from a health standpoint. So just like right here, the devil, you also got to watch out for your kidneys, and you also got to watch out for your nervous system. Bam, bam, bada, boom. Those are your biggest two things that you got to worry about. Your excretory system, your bladder, your urinary tract, and your kidneys. And then you got to watch out for your nervous system. Okay, the devil? Easy. And all you told me was the sign. You didn't even give me the birthday. So if you give me your disease, I'm going to know about you. If you give me your sign, I'm going to know about you. If you give me your birthday, I'm going to know about you. That's what we're trying to say. Okay? For a Taurus, your endocrine system, God, is M. So for a Taurus, it's going to be your endocrine system. All right? Your ears, your nose, your throat for a Taurus, okay? Ear, nose, and throat for a Taurus. But then also the opposite of you is going to be the Scorpio. So, Goddess, you got to watch out for your reproductive area, your uterus, your ovaries. You see, your hormones, your sexual desire. So it ain't just the Taurus stuff, it's the Scorpio stuff. Foxy 57, we already talked about the Aries, okay? So you got to come on here at the right time. I just literally got through talking about that. When I talked about the Libra, I just talked about the Aries. Okay? And some of y'all are already dealing with these problems and you didn't know it. Okay? Some of you guys are already dealing with these problems and didn't know it. Virgo, we talked about already. Okay? That's your digestive system. Okay? And then the Pisces is going to be the nerves, the lymphatic system, the nerves in your feet. You got to watch out for bad feet. Watch out for the nerves in your feet. You got to watch out for your lymphatic system. And then you got to watch out for your coordination, your reflexes. As a Virgo, you watch out for your appetite, your stomach, your digestive system. So as a Virgo, you got to watch out for all of that, what the Pisces is and the Virgo in you is. Goddess M said, oh, wow. Okay, why did you say, oh, wow, Goddess? What's the wow? Talk to us. What was the wow about? What are you wowing? Do I got any Sagittarius on here? Do I got Sagittarius on here? Said facts. That makes sense. My feet bad as fuck. Yeah, Trey. Yeah, that's what it's all about, baby. That's why I'm trying to tell y'all. And see, who telling you this? Who telling y'all this stuff? Okay. The Leo is the Aquarius. Remember, we talked about circulation, upper and lower circulation. Okay, skipped. Sagittarius. Okay. When is your birthday skipped? You're a Sagittarius. When is your birthday skipped? Watch this, you guys. Watch this. Sagittarius, when is your birthday? Goddess said my sexual desires are blocked too. Yeah. Yeah, that's the Scorpio in you that you don't know about. See, the stuff that you don't know about yourself is the one that comes back to bite you. Naughty Variety said Sagittarius. Okay, what's your thing? Oh, your wife? No, I don't want to do nobody else. Skip. I want to do you. Okay, I want to do you. But I'll tell you what. You said your wife is 12, 14. Is that what you saying, Skip? Is that what you said, Skip? If she wear glasses, she gonna be nearsighted, Skip. If your wife wear glasses, she's nearsighted. Means she can see very close, but she has a problem seeing far off. Okay. Who else was a Sagittarius? 1124. So naughty variety. If you wear glasses, then you're going to be what's the opposite of nearsighted? Farsighted. You can see far, but you got a problem seeing near, naughty variety. Naughty variety said that is true. See? Boom. How we know that? How we know that? Y'all ask me, how do we know that? How do we know this stuff? How is this possible? Get your owner's manual. It not only reveals the problems in your life, but it reveals the solutions, and it puts you back in position, back in the right timing, back in the right alignment, back in the right rhythm, back in the right understanding of your design. The future of medicine is no medicine at all. It's just this. Okay? It's just this. It's just this. Okay? Hello, just joined. Please repeat Libra. Libra is always going to be your kidneys, your excretory system, your bladder, urinary tract, stuff like that. But also the Libra is opposite of the Aries, so the nervous system. Okay, so nervous system issues and excretory issues. Excretory, excretory. But it doesn't mean that you're just the only ones. Anybody can be in Libra. Remember, that's what we're talking about, positioning. So some of you guys are not Libras, but you're in that particular point and you may have kidney issues. Just, it doesn't mean that every Aries and Libra, just them. Some of you guys are in Aries having nervous system issues, but you are Pisces. I'm just telling you what your tendencies are based on your sign, but it's also going to play a part in where you're at in life. Okay? Yes. Goddess M, just go to the website and type in owner's manual. That's all you got to do. Yeah, I've been talked about Leo for a minute, real motivation. Okay, circulatory system. Okay, circulatory. That is so true about me. Yes. Scorpio, your reproductive system. Okay, reproductive system. Watch out for reproductive diseases. Okay, Scorpio. And then also from the Taurus, watch out for the ears, nose, and throat. Okay, for a Taurus, you got to watch out for ears, nose, and throat issues. And then the opposite of that, Scorpio, you're watching out for reproductive issues. Capricorn is going to be the bones, okay? Spinal issues, back issues, ligament issues, tissue issues, stuff like that. But then the Cancer part is watching out for your skin, watching out for your body fat. So Capricorns have to watch out for skin issues, body fat, metabolism issues. You got to watch out for bone issues and joint issues. That's for a Capricorn Cancer or Cancer Capricorn. All right. User 4354. Thank you. Say you're good on both. Thank you. Thank you so much. Absolutely correct with the nervous system. Okay. Thank you. I'm a Leo. I've been working blood and circulation. Good city legacy. Is there any help for my issues? Yes. If we know the issue, we know the if we know the issues, then you damn sure know we know the remedy, right? This don't just produce problems. This produce solutions. Okay. That's what I've been trying to sit up here and teach y'all. That's why I keep trying to beg y'all that this is the offer that you want. It's not in somebody else's combinations and they don't know you. It's in what Mama Nature telling you about yourself. And she got the remedies for you because she's the one that knows your tendencies, not me. She knows them. What my life consists of is just being a watchman. I'm her baby. I'm the one listening to Mama. That's all I am. I'm the one that hear her. And she's saying, baby, ain't nobody got this close to me to understand what it is that I can do for them. I ain't nobody special. I'm your brother and sister. But I'm just the one I'm close to Mama to hear. To say, hey, brother, if you want Mama's advice, then we can give it to you. If you don't, then you keep taking the advice of your own brothers and sisters. If you want the Creator's advice, she is speaking through people. If you want creation's advice, then you can still keep asking the same old lost motherfuckers about you. They don't even know about their own life. They don't even know about their own life to even give you any credibility to yours. You asking a doctor, but that same doctor gonna go out there, and doctors have the highest suicide rate, the highest alcoholism, the highest cigarette smoking of any occupation on the planet. Doctors. Okay. So what you asking them something for? Preachers they're the most undisciplined at the dinner table. So what you asking them about discipleship for? What you learning this discipline from an undisciplined person? And they also are undisciplined in their sexual acts. I'm not saying that they gotta be perfect. What I'm saying is, what are we learning? So instead of trying to learn from creation, y'all are so far away from God that you cannot hear God speaking through nature. But that don't mean that they're not speaking. Come back home, get close enough to the frequency so that you can hear that God has been speaking and will always speak through nature. I'm just nothing but a armor bearer of the bushmen, of the watchmen before me. I'm just from America, so y'all ain't, I ain't got no hiccup on. I don't got the costume on. I ain't in the woods. I ain't got the dashiki. I ain't got the, the rosaries and the, I'm just, because you don't have to be. You don't have to be. If God can choose Jesus from the ghettos of Nazareth, he can choose me from the ghettos of Carroll County, Georgia. But you have to be sensitive. I'm a Gemini, so I'm an air sign. I'm sensitive to the communications of the airways. And if God is speaking and I don't ignore it and I don't override it, I can be a vehicle to help my brothers and sisters. That's just what I'm choosing to do. I know my gifts. What herbs are the best for the nervous system? The herbs that you get in your panacea blend, the herbs that you get in your owner's manual is the best herbs for any individual on the live today. Okay? Barking out herbs is not going to work. If you want herbs and if you really want the herbs that you're supposed to have, Celeste, get your owner's manual for that little funky measly $50. Or you can get your blueprint. You get your blueprint, you go to my website, type in blueprint, you ain't even got to worry about nothing. It automatically going to come with the herbs. Okay? Or these crooked professionals, yeah, they money grabbing. Yeah, you already know, man. But they don't really have no gift. The gift is being sensitive to this. That's the real gift. And I showed you guys over and over and over that Hippocrates said that what? Hippocrates told y'all what now? Said you cannot call yourself a physician if you don't have the you have no right to call yourself a physician if you don't know astrology. And what that meant to me is, if you don't know the spirit, you can't work with my body. Uh-huh. Oh, man. You can't work with my body. And that's Hippocrates that said that. That's his quote, not mine. So we're just trying to show you the gift. That's it. It's no different than a singer, no different than a person who plays the instrumentation without learning music, but they just know how to play. That's all it is. I don't need a lot of that other stuff. This is the gift. So we're just trying to show you that these people are still existing. The shaman, the bushman, and you can find them from Carroll County, Georgia. You can find them dressed like this. You can find them looking like me and talking like me and country as me, and you can find them in the modern world, but you just got to be able to, you, my brothers and sisters, have to be able to be open to understanding that God is still in the blessing business. There's always a ram in the bush. There's always a ram in the bush for your issues, but it may not look like what modern systems are creating it to be. So you got to jog your memory. Do this in remembrance of me. You got to remember how it used to be. And when you remember how it used to be, then you'll see me for who I am. If you can remember how it used to be, you'll see me for who I really am. And all I'm trying to do is convince y'all that this shit still exists. But it's still your choice. You still got free will to choose life or death. That's on you. But you can't say that God ain't in the business of blessing us no more, and people ain't doing this, and he ain't making the right people, and she ain't making the right people. No, nature is still going to give you some of that old school. But can you find it in a haystack full of new school? Can you find the needle in the haystack? I know you keep scrolling and you're looking and you're searching, but can you find the needle in the haystack? Can you find Waldo in them pictures? Can you find the truth in a world full of lies? I thank you guys, man. We got 7 more minutes. I'm going to get up out of here. I love you guys. It's absolutely nothing you can do about it. If you got questions, if you want to join the school, hurry and do it. Okay, you got about, what's the day? The 20th? I think the day is the 20th. So you got 11 more days to join the school before it just get ridiculously out of hand as far as the pricing. But I'm trying to get as many people in this class as I possibly can so that we can start showing you how to heal yourself, heal your families, and heal your community. Get into the class. It's a year-long course for $100 a month. Okay? That's it. All right? If you guys got your $1,000, go to the website, type in HerbMan School, go ahead and get your payment out the way. But regardless, we're trying to teach people how to do this stuff, educate you on how to do it. We need more people in other parts of the world. I got a lot of UK students that you guys are going to see on there. I need more African students. I need more Australian students. I need more South Americans. I need more Europeans. And I need more Americans so that you guys can cover the world and bring reciprocity to the violence, to disease, to divorce, and to despair. And if you're willing and if you feel like that's your calling, join the school. And if you're just simply trying to look out for self, get your foundational blueprint, get your owner's manual today. Until next time, love HerbMan. We thank you guys all for everything, you guys. We thank you guys for the 150K today. We'll be back on tomorrow, same bat time, same bat channel. Hope you guys are joining the School of One. I love you. Peace, peace, peace. Peace, my people. Peace. Peace, 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 peace.